Welcome back. Bullpen. We're in the bullpen. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything. I apologize. I've been busy. Whirlwind of events within the last, tomorrow will be one full week. So I wanted to share that. I'm going to throw it all in one video. You're getting a little bit of hunting. You're going to see at least two. I'll put two on there. Finn and I were good with it. Some pictures of our baptism that we had last Saturday. Let's see. Then after that, we skirted up. Finn and I skirted up to deer camp for opening rifle. I'll throw one in from last night. I took my daughter out with me. Turns out if I do not want to see deer, take her. So yeah. Anyway, let's recap. First one video is going to be on November 11th. Seth and I went down to a different part of state land to check it out. He had some trail cam pictures back there that looked pretty good. Some mature bucks that were back there. So we decided to go back. It was a good, I'd say, a mile hike, roughly. So we didn't get anything at all. Nothing except for wet. It ended up, I'd say a good half hour, 45 minutes maybe into it. Clouded right up and decided to rain on us pretty good. So yeah. Anyway, that'll be the first video that you see that we will be out bow hunting. Yeah, spoiler alert, we didn't get any deer. They weren't moving. There was nothing moving at all. So that will be the 11th. Jump ahead a little bit. So our baptism, we were very fortunate that we were able to have Pastor Michael. He was the pastor that married Candace and I come up, and he baptized us. All my family, all the Metners. It was awesome. It was great. So you'll see two pictures of that. He said that it was his first time baptizing anyone in a kiddie pool inside of a garage. So it was the 13th. It was cold. So we found this little inflatable pool, put it in the garage, turned the heater on, filled it up. The water was still cold. We tried our best to warm it up, but it was still pretty cold anyway. But yeah, so we had friends over, family was over, and we got baptized. It was great. It was I don't even know really how to sum it up. You could feel God's presence there. Having Pastor Michael come up and perform the baptism was awesome. It was great to see him. It's been too long. But to share that experience with our family and friends in the presence of God and everything, it was great. It was fantastic. So I'll toss a couple pictures on there. You can kind of see what I'm talking about on that part of it. And then skip ahead a little bit. I did not get any video. I was making sure my 100% attention was on Finn for opening day. He was geeked. He was ready to go. So I didn't get any good videos of that or anything, but just to kind of sum it up, opening morning was very exciting. It was, oh my goodness. So it was, let's see if I can remember the times correctly. About 7:30 is when we first had a buck come out. It looked like a little 4-point, 5-point, not 100% sure, but anyway, Finn spotted it. Dad, there's a buck out there, and he's working through the woods a little bit into the shooting lane. There'll be a picture of a shooting lane out there. I took a couple still photos. So I told him, get ready, wait till he fully comes out, all that stuff that you're supposed to, say, right? And gets the rifle out the window. Everything's coming into motion. I mean, it's happening. He touched off the 350, and we're both pumped. I mean, at first, I think it was more excitement and emotion than actually realizing you missed. But it was great. I was able to see him go from ground zero to through the clouds on cloud 9. I mean, it was just amazing. Flip side of the coin, after we went out and looked, we couldn't find any blood or hair or anything. Then I seen him crash back down. Felt horrible. I explained a good clean miss is good though, because now we don't have a wounded deer, nothing's gonna happen type deal. So maybe a half hour after that, I look through the woods coming from the east. Here comes the one I missed with my bow. Without hesitation, I grabbed the rifle. I'm like, I have a vendetta against you, buddy. Threw it out the window, trying to get him to stop, making the little noises, right? And he did finally stop. However, it was behind a fallen tree top. I mean, it was just brush everywhere. The only thing you could see was his head. And he just kind of turned around and looked like, oh, I remember you. And then dashed off. I'm like, oh. But here comes another one. Same trail, here comes another buck. I'm trying to get him to stop. Finn's got the rifle out the window. He wouldn't stop. Another one came through. So now we're up to 3. This one I got to stop. He stopped, Finn touched her off. The deer just kind of looked around like, what was that? And then trotted off. I'm like, my buddy, you missed. He's like, there's no way. I'm like, I'm telling you. I'm like, he didn't flinch. He didn't do anything. Rack another one in there, just getting ready to put the rifle down, back in the blind. Look up, here comes another buck. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, dude, here he comes again. Throws it out there. Now he's got to shoot between 2 maple trees. I'd say about 2 foot width or whatever. So, I mean, it wasn't a hard shot, but it wasn't an easy shot for him on his first go-round. He touched her off. The deer kind of looked around, turned around, ran back the other way. I mean, they were clear misses. No indication of the deer being hit or anything. So he was bummed. I tried to explain to him, I'm like, buddy, we just seen 5 bucks within 45 minutes probably. I'm like, this is amazing. And I'm like, and you had shots at 3 of them. I'm like, this doesn't happen. This is just mind-boggling. So he was convinced that last one he hit. I went out, looked, there was nothing again, came back in, sitting there thinking, I'm like, how you squeezing the trigger? I said, you do nice long squeeze or you yanking it? He kind of smiled. He goes, Dad, I'm so excited. He said, I'm yanking that baby. I'm like, oh. I'm like, bud, I'm like, you got to stay right down in there, squeeze the trigger, told him the whole 9 yards again and everything, right? And then, so now it's probably, I'd say, I don't know, 9:30 by the end of the conversation and all the excitement and everything. Never seen another deer until that evening. A couple does, they didn't want to stick around or anything. Get back up to camp, and turns out there was 3 other guys at camp that missed, so that made Finn feel a little bit better. And they all told him, they're like, hey, we've been there, we've done that, everybody misses, man. You know, and no one can really say that we've missed 3 separate bucks within 20 minutes or whatever the window frame was, but he came around. He was good. The rest of the afternoon we were able to joke about it, and I told him, I said, quit giving them warning shots, man. I'm like, just start dropping them. Don't waste any more bullets giving them warning shots. I said, we know you're a good shot. Just let her eat, you know. So he came around. It was good. It was the memories in the 11 hours that we were in the little box blind out there. You know, the good times that we had making hot chocolate and lunches, and it was a riot. I got some still photos I'll throw on there. Like I said, the shooting lanes, some of the different sleeping positions I found Finn in. Turns out 4 a.m. is a little early wake up call for the lad, but it was great. It was an experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was fun. And then let's see, that was Monday. Tuesday morning we didn't see anything. Came home. He had to get back to school and everything. Today's Friday, so last night, Thursday, as soon as he got off the bus, I had everything ready. I ran him over to my dad's, and they went hunting. They ended up seeing, I think he said 9 does. It was late, so it was hard to see and stuff, so they didn't pull the trigger or anything, but I took Pip out back. I got a Pip of her out back with me. I had fun. I knew I wasn't going to see anything with her, but she, and 32 minutes in, she looks at me, Dad, I'm bored. I'm like, dude, it's 32 minutes. I'm like, you only got like another hour. It's just a little bit after 4 right now. I said, you'll be fine. So we we made it. We made it through. I don't think she'll be going back with me, but whatever. It was fun. So yeah, there's the intro. There's the rundown of everything that's happened. It's been just a wild, crazy little, almost full week. Tomorrow will be a full week since our baptism and everything. So I've been with work and hunting, and life happens, right? Yeah, I think that's about it. So I changed up the intro a little bit. Hopefully you guys like that. I'm gonna start doing some different stuff in there. I'm gonna start adding some scriptures. Anybody, this stumbles across, someone sees it, I don't know, and maybe I can say the right thing. Maybe it hits them hard and it changes their life. I don't know, but that's me. So yeah. Anyway, I'll piece everything together. I'll get it posted as soon as I can, hopefully today. And then hopefully this weekend we'll have a little more action. I want to get back out. I have not gotten a deer yet, so that's kind of a bummer. But things are going to happen. We still got a long time to go for rifle season. It just started, so we got time on that. And then muzzle loading. We got time, so it's going to be good. So we'll be out in the woods. We're going to make things happen. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, my goal is I definitely want to get a deer, obviously. I'd rather see Finn get one before me, just cause, why not, right? We'll see how it goes. Anyway, less talking, more editing. We'll see ya. We made it back in a tree. Look different again? There's a trail behind me. Comes up. There's a nice runway that crosses right over there. So Seth is somewhere. I think he's to the east more. We're out on state land. Trying a completely brand new spot. No idea. The wind's good. There's a swamp just to my right, about 60 yards, roughly. So I'm hoping they skirt up around the edge. I want to pop over and go over here. That's the game plan. No idea. It's a long walk too. Like a mile, just over a mile. Platform just moved, not like that. Probably a mile walk, roughly. As you can tell, it's windy. Leaves are blowing. You can probably hear it. It's hot for this time of year. It's the 11th, November 11th, and it was 62, 61, 62 when I left the house. 4 months. I hope I don't get hosed sitting up on the trailer here, but there's a ton of tracks. I guess if someone's goofy enough as we are to walk all the way back here, then they'll see me, that's for sure. We'll see how it goes. I said we're a long way back here, so I don't think anybody else is going to come trouncing back through here. I hope. Oh, what am I good at today? Be still. Psalms 46:10. Can't go wrong here. All I have to do is listen to it. But the wind's moving me, so that's my excuse. Anywho, it's about 10 to 2. It's going to be a bit of a sit, but not bad. They're calling for rain later. Hopefully that misses or goes around us or something, but we'll find out too. Anyway, I gotta do a couple practice draws, make sure everything's good on the bow, on my arm, more like it. Using my cool little setup, little fishbone things. They're really supposed to be used to like hold stuff down, cinch stuff down with paracord. It's a no-knot system, but I figured out how to jimmy rig it so I have a nice quiet little adjustable bow hanger. I like it. Okay, less talking, more hunting. I'll be back. Quick check-in. So, where'd the sun go? It's 2:15, half hour. She clouded up. Temperature dropped. I put on my fleece already. Yeah, I know. I like to be warm. Shut up. Seth just texted, said a popple tree snapped off over by him. And he goes, I'm in a popple. Me too, homie. What's the worst that can happen, I guess? Write it down, throw your hat in the air when you're done. Probably scare away the deer, but yeah, the radar, it's iffy. It cooled off. Those clouds are a lot darker than what we started. I don't think the weatherman was right this morning. He said it wasn't supposed to start until like after 6 or 7 or something. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. It was 5:30 in the morning. But we're a long way from that. We might get wet. Or not. I got a jacket. Sasquatch, maybe. That's not good either. He comes and pushes down my tree, then we'll have that. Oh. I'll try to videotape that if it happens, but that won't make me happy either. It's kind of weird. Okay. Less talking, more hanging on. Weather update. Yep, it's raining. That didn't take long. Oh boy. It's starting to come down pretty good right now. You can see it in the camera a little bit. Oh well. Oh, it smells amazing though. That fresh rain and the wood smell. Oh my goodness. Okay, time to button down the hatches. Less talking, more staying dry and trying to hunt. Still raining. Quite a bit. My boat got wet. And my backpack. And everything else. All I need is a deer to walk right down that trail. It's not. I'd be like, oh, this rain's fantastic. Oops, I ran into an arrow. Still raining. No stalking or hunting. but it's still raining. Here's my new view. So I got tired of the rain in the tree. So I decided to break down. Now I'm sitting under a pine tree. It's still sprinkling. Not raining as hard, but the wind kind of shifted as well. So it's just peachy. So yeah. There's the tree I was in. Right there. Seemed like a good tree at the time, but that rain and the popple tree and the wind, and then after I get down, yeah, the wind died down too. Great timing. But I have discovered that my platform turns into a nice seat, which is good. I gotta pack those back up, but that's fine. That'll be a later project. So, there's the update. I don't know where the deer are going to come from now. I can't see any runways or the trail. The trail's over there somewhere. But yeah, it's still raining. It's a good time. Good time. Could be worse. It could be snow. Or there could be a ton of squirrels around here bugging me. It could always be worse. So it's a good day. Yeah. Okay. Less talking, more hunting. No real update. It's not raining as of right now. However, I just checked the radar a little bit ago, and there's more rain coming. Hopefully it will hold off until the walkout. We'll see. Still no activity. No deer, no squirrels. No nothing. It's been kind of a boring afternoon. But we're in the woods. Which is good. It's always better in the woods. That's all I got. She's slow. I should have brought some candy or something. I forgot. We still got time. So, I guess I'll sit here under my pine tree. There's my platform. I just sat on the ground. Used my knee pad for the tree as a little bit of a cushion on the ground. That bird almost sounds like a tree frog.